we see New York, of all places, is in play as a swing state in the in election day. Top Republicans in the House of Representatives say the road to their majority will run through the Empire State left after redistricting left the historical blue stronghold with toss-up seats. They aim to turn red. We believe New York is a top battleground state. We have a chance to win a bunch of seats in New York, and we have invested nearly 10 million in marketing. That happened, said Representative, I guess, Tom Emmer, Republican of Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? But we also need to win in New York with Lee Zeldin for governor, because we need somebody who's in there who's not going to just play ball along with Andy Fauci, the Killing Weasel, and the rest of these dumb organization that seems to be a part of his organization, and Bill Gates and many other that, and then using Biden and cheating the election and pushes Biden in there, and Biden goes along with all the bullshit that they say and do, because that's what Anthony Fauci was waiting for. That's why he was standing up there when Trump was talking, looking all mean and stupid, even though we know that Trump did what he did according to speed. But that was due to the fact that he was losing the re-election due to people not understanding what was going on and what was coming from these beasts that was trying to push him out. You know what I'm saying? But people didn't get it because they had all their cronies on the streets causing riots, and reporters out there talking to the people, giggling and laughing and skinny with the blood sucking, dripping off their lips from their fucking Baphomet-looking temple that they go to and sign that contract and do all kind of Luciferian doers that will, pedophilia, orgy type, drinking blood shit. You know what I'm saying? We have to start seeing reality for what it is. Forget all that garbage and let them keep that shit. You know what I'm saying? In time, we must drive them off the land completely out of the United States. But we see demon Democrats in New York, lawmakers back Zeldin over Hochul, defying party. We don't feel safe. Oh no, you ain't gonna feel safe, because the demon Democrats have pushed it to that point where we see all the trickery and the garbage going down. This is coming from Charles 2 days ago. Nah, I'm saying, but criticize or whatever his name, I forgot his name. But anyway, the New York City demon Democrat lawmakers cross party lines Thursday to endorse Republican Lee Zeldin for governor over incumbent demon Democrat Kathy Hochul that came under the Cuomo trickery ass Luciferian blood sucking camp. Like what, when they lift up those things and looked under Central Park, they found a lot of stuff down there that should not be there, and he was a part of it, and so was Kathy Hochul. New York City demon Democrat City Councilman Robert Holden, a moderate from Glendale, Queens, slams Hochul over the crime crisis raging both the city and the state. But that's what she was put there to do. That's why when Romo Racia left, she should have left too, because they did a whole bunch of damaging garbage we seen in 2020 when it came to many things that they say was flying and coming through the pipeline. They went right along with it. They pushed right along all the trickery with it. And then when he left, she took up where he left off and did not break from it, stayed on the same thing. So that tells you that she was a part of his Luciferian piece of garbage. Bullshit. Anytime we see a conflict of interest between nursing homes and hospitals, it is absurd what they just said about not seeing crime. We see with our own eyes, but she's not going to. She see it, she knows it, and people are dying and she don't care. Same thing we have with the governor in Chicago. Lightfoot or Blightfoot or whatever the hell she named. Black skin ain't gonna change the garbage that she thinks she can slide away with, because she has been put in that position as a bully, you know what I'm saying, clown. So that is why when Trump offered to clean it up, she said no, because they wanted to ramp up all the violence and the killing and the murder over these years and so forth and so on. And the rap music glorifies niggas killing niggas that all like them, you know what I'm saying, trying to come up. Now I'm saying, and Kathy House was a part of the same Luciferian blood sucking, dripping plan right here in New York. You know what I'm saying? Right along with Komoromo Ras. Well, she knew what he did. She knew the trickery and the games he played on the people. She knew all that went on because she was the vice governor. So therefore, lieutenant, whatever you want to call it. So therefore, I think it's time for Kathy Hoxsell to take a walk. You could say what you want to say and believe what you want to believe, but I think Lee Zeldin is one of the better candidate right now for governor for New York to protect New Yorkers all the way around the board. And then once he's elected and put in, we clean this bitch out. Because we damn sure know that Alan Braggs and his big cheese bread eating, cornbread looking fool needs to be removed from that position. Why the fuck is he collecting a paycheck just like Kathy Hoxsell crazy behind? Don't make no sense to me. We need to see more results on this matter. You know what I'm saying? It's absurd. You're goddamn right it is absurd to see what they did to New York. You know what I'm saying? We seen it with our own eyes on the streets. You know what I'm saying? We see when we ride the subway. You know what I'm saying? We see that. You know what I'm saying? Holden said Thursday on Your World with Neil Chab. I guess you say Chavos or whatever his name is. Holden recalls recalls the provable bad old days of 1980s and the 1980s and the 90s in New York City. You know what I'm saying? Telling Fox News, broken windows, policing had been key to bringing the Big Apple out of the crime-riddled doldrum. But that was caused by the politicians themselves also in the same game we see today. They played the same game. First came in the wind, then came in driving the people's minds to believe it. Then when all that happened, the wind went in, and then now the wind is coming out, and the same thing happened, and violence and crimes and everything was there. Every time the demon Democrats, and remember they were in there for 47 years, so we going back to the 80s and the 90s. So that tells you right there who was in office at the time. Look it up. Do your research. Nobody. We need Lee Zeldin in office. You know what I'm saying? We see Lee Zeldin has a momentum. We're seeing people in the district. I think it's overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Said Holden adding his district is 2 and 1 demon Democrat, but appears to favor Republican gubernatorial candidate with 70%. And if the Latino people are smart, they will do that. Because if you want to have prosperity and stretch out the deck, you will vote for Lee Zeldin and make sure that you have somebody on your side. Because once the demon Democrats get back in that office and Lee Zeldin is not put in there, and the demon Democrats, remember, it might not happen today, it might not happen tomorrow, but there's going to come something where they're going to do some bullshit, and you're going to be right back in the spot that you started from. You know what I'm saying? So the Latino people need to pay more attention to the political scene based on the security of your own people.